welcome to the best radio station, the Black Hot Fire Network. It's your girl, the lovely Iwerton here on Let's Pop with Iwerton. It's Wednesday. I hope you're doing better. I hope you're excited. I hope you had a good morning, evening, whatever you are. Guys joining me live on TikTok, I can see you all. Jean, Jenny, Lino, thank you so much for joining me here on the Black Hot Fire Network. Remember to follow the live creator of this live TikTok, and also invite more people to listening to amazing, uplifting conversation in regards to what matters here on the Best Radio Station. Let's talk about redefining Africans as we redefine ourselves. And also, guys, remember to download our app on Google Store. It's free. And also stream on www.blackhotfirenetwork.com for more amazing, empowering, uplifting conversation. And on the app, on the Google Store app, when you basically download our app, definitely go to this talk section and basically click on it. When you click on the star section, another tab will appear, the BHN Sports Store. When you click on it, it's gonna lead you to another page where you'll find amazing, amazing vitamins and minerals, proteins and blends. Basically, you can shop immediately. You get there. The categories that we have there, we have sports and nutrition in regards to the vitamins that we have, proteins and blends, amino acids and blends, beauty supplements, food and beverage, natural extras in regards to whatever you really like, in regards to the guys who are working out, the ladies on their hair journey, and also glowing skin. You'll find amazing supplements with affordable, super affordable. Anybody can basically get this. We have the Lion's Man mushroom, we have the honey goat wheat blend, turmeric gummies, sea moors, and also we have the which kind of like helps in regards to you being rejuvenated. Also, it's super healthy. We also have some bee powder in regards to the supplements that guys want to use, the likes of General Mosquito. Any girl out there, I need me some supplements actually, and also some vitamins. And also for the personal beauty and care, we have the rose sheer butter, hair, skin, and nails essentials. We have bee powder, and also aloe and cool cucumber soap. You can definitely go to the app and basically order yourself these amazing supplements, because it's always about the alkaline diet here. And you know what, it's a healthy supplement, so you can definitely buy one for a loved one, for yourself, or basically give to somebody. And also remember to follow us on all the social media platforms, that is YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, to always be tuned in for amazing, uplifting conversation. It's always about redefining the African mind, because you know what? As I always say, drum rolls, you are the change you need to see in the world. The topic of the day here on Let's Pop, it's Africa and its roots. Definitely going to go back again to this conversation, understanding how did the word African come from actually? What does it mean to be an African? What does it entail? And how did we get where we are right now? I think it's a conversation we should be having every day in different aspects. It should be a very everyday conversation to help you and also other people understand their history, understand where they come from, understand their spirituality, understand how they can be able even to fight for what's basically right for them, and take that energy and power back without even asking. In regards to that, we're going to start with the conversation of how Africa, or basically what is Africa, why the name Africa literally, and why these little tiny countries that we have right now, like what started this and who were we before now. I believe if we go back again in regards to understanding our history deeply, I've always been talking about this, but today we're going to talk about it again for the new people following us, for the new people tuning in on the network. Remember to basically tune in on YouTube, on the network, on TikTok, to followers, because you'll basically be finding out more conversation in regards to what it means to be an African, and to basically be proud being an African individual. You're going to check out basically the legend of Al Kibulan, which basically means Africa, and how that was before colonization.
entities, growing culture, vegetation, technology, and magic, until a man saw in search of the power of the gods, did the unforgivable, and released the other ones. They plagued and destroyed everything.
The main topic or the main reason I'm going back to this, I believe if we really understand who we are as African, our history and our identity, it's going to be so hard to conform to other sources or basically other lifestyle of living, thinking that maybe is being pushed on us, because identity is a foundation, basically foundation to everything that every individual should basically stand on.
They touched. Then an ancient being, in a bid to undo the damage, broke the laws of the gods and reset time itself. But time is not a force to be toyed with, and the history that never was would seek to repeat itself.
You have to understand that Africa was called Al Kebulan. That was the name. Definitely. It was mean the name, basically the land of abundance. It was called the Garden of Eden. There's so much in regards to vegetation, foods, and crops. We didn't need any help from anybody. There was so much, and we basically shared with everybody. Everybody had more than enough.
I believe it is decided.
Is that's Mansa Musa?
We are doing this for our kingdom, our people, and our city. Soon, we shall be gods over ourselves.
Our people, our city, is it really for their good? Or are you trying to ease your unending desire to become king amongst gods,
Know
Mansa?
your place. The king is not to be interrogated. I brought this knowledge to the palace because of its benefits to our city.
This is basically taking back to our understanding that we had kingdom and kings. It was all such an empire.
It is decided.
This is in regards to the priestess. This is basically the woman. We talked about women, and basically women, as Keith says, comes fast, right? So they said the priestess possesses a rare gift of foresight, enabling them to peer into the fourth dimension and bear witness to events of the past and present. With this extraordinary ability, they gain unparalleled insight into the fate of individuals. As the threads of time weave together, the priestesses hold the power to alter the course of certain events in their favor, making them the masters of destiny and the weavers of the future.
If Midas won't listen, I will have to handle it myself.
I mean, this basically takes us back to spirituality. Keith always talks about this in regards to that we are creators. We are basically creators of our life. And I believe he basically mentions this deeper every time in regards to what we know right now started from African spirituality. Basically, this is basically explaining the kingdom of Mansa Musa, basically, and also Alkebulan, definitely Africa. And as I started this, they're talking about the priestesses. It's a bit basically women, which are there are women literally, and they had the power to oversee what's gonna happen in the future, bringing us to the factor or understanding that we are the creators of our life. Hello, Mr. Black on Fire. Hope
You
you're
talking
doing
about
well.
you talking about the oracles.
Yeah.
Black women are what we consider oracles. What you call now, the white man told you a lot about witchcraft, but which is not true. Every black person, especially black female, you are naturally psychic, and you're supposed to be. These are your attributes from the Creator. Are you able to look into the unseen dimensions and uh, uh, get a gaze of something that might happen in the future? These are your natural powers, not evil. So if you ever hone these skills as African people while you're melanated, you're psychic naturally. You didn't cultivate it with the devil and all this other crazy stuff. You're psychic naturally. When you hone in to yourself, African women, you're psychic naturally. That's why black women are always the oracles of every society because you are the closest thing to the creator. So you are psychic naturally. And the white man made you not be ashamed of who you are naturally. These are your God given gifts from the creator. You are psychic
It's
naturally.
gifts, definitely.
And so they understand what Airtime show now. They understand that they've gone back and studied this through the CIA. There's something called the gate. I'm have Airtime do a project on that. It's called the Gateway Project, proving everything I'm saying is true and proving that African spirituality is the real thing. All these religions are phony. They went back and studied you. Your spirituality is called the Gateway. It was um, considered top secret, but now they've unclassified. It was classified. Now they've unclassified the study. I think every African should be forced to go back and read the Gateway protocols. It's still online. You can go to YouTube. Google, and just type in CIA Gateway protocols or Gateway papers. Make sure you put CIA in it. Though. CIA Gateway papers or Gateway protocol, showing that African people, you are psychic natural, and this is the norm. You can transverse out of your body. This is norm. You can astral project your mind into other places. They call it uh, uh, virtual scene. You can just close your eyes, concentrate. If you study,
Hmm.
and you can see any place on the planet virtually. These are all. But they don't want you to know that. That's dangerous. That's power again. That's how sure that guy was able to make fire out of his hands. That's normal. But you gotta know how to bring those things back to life. That's part of who you are.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Airtime.
Welcome, General Mosquito. Amani. Amani is like peace. Yeah, peace. And thank you for the gift. Hope you're doing okay this beautiful afternoon.
Yeah, Osim here, Huru.
So they basically say within the annals of time, there exist those who possess rare and mysterious knowledge. The devious, their is it the devia? Yeah, their enlightenment transcends class and circumstance, as they hold the accumulated wisdom of all deviers that have come before them.
Four.
Yeah, their insight unlock the secret of the universe and guide. those who seek the path to enlightenment.
Midas, choose your destiny.
Ekwesu.
So that's as actually someone foreseeing what's going to happen, because they talk about the priestess that they had the power to foresee and actually have the power to change what's going to happen in regards to their
No,
power.
well, it's complex. Those are shamans, and
Okay.
now this white man called them witch doctor. Most shamans in Africa now are fraudulent, phony. They don't know. It's all nonsense. People cutting up on chickens, hopping around, talking nonsense. so, but you still got some real shamans in Africa, but they went underground because they said the people became too stupid. They were dangerous. Now
Mm.
that's what they said. So that's not no. Uh, that's where Africans, cyber Africans, yeah, they said the African because we go through a sleep period at a time. So most the real shamans had to go underground because white people were trying to extract this information from how things actually, how the universe really works. Not not the goofy. They knew the shamans knew the religions of lies, and they knew
Yeah.
they couldn't talk to other Africans because Africans had become too stupid, too not intelligent enough to understand how things work because we go through what they call a degrading period, a sleep
Okay.
period. As Demore was asking me last week, he's trying to
Hmm.
figure out when did we start going to sleep. Yeah, he's starting to shout out to Demore. He's starting to connect a lot of dots. His ass getting pretty smart, but he's connecting a lot of dots. He's trying to figure out when did we go to sleep? When did the degradation start?
Mm.
So we're connected to the universe, Airtime. Things rise and things fall. Things rise and things fall. That's the natural way of things. But if you know that the shamans can somehow stay above that fall,
Mm.
when most people start falling, they start becoming. That's the reason why you got black people believing in Islam or Christianity now because their intellect has fallen. But I'm gonna use the shaman say we're Africans are stupid right now. Like they got
Okay.
minds of children. So um, no, they can never stop what's coming because how can you stop it? You got to. How can you tell a people who have fallen irritant now wisdom? The reason why when you know we've fallen, Africans started becoming what more tribal, more division. The further you go back in time, we were more what united. Wasn't a
Yeah.
bunch of these groupie tribes. So when you have loss when you have loss of intelligence, that's when you begin to bicker. He's different than me. She's different from me. You can't tell you're the same people. That means you're stupid as shit. You're ignorant. So you fall
Yeah.
into a state of ignorance, and that happens because as we move through the universe, the energy change. Everything comes from the energy of God. Everything is energy. We're energetic beings, right?
Right.
So go back and read the ancient papers. They tell you that. Shout out to Thoth there. He said, so, see, I love ancient Africans. They truthful. The African today they're like, it's not an insult to tell the truth. Ancient Africans say, they would state that the shamans, every time they were able to keep their knowledge high, notice that
Right.
the Africans that were being reborn again were coming back stupid. So they said they were born under, it took me a while to understand it because I wasn't as smart enough. They said these other Africans were born under a different star. I said different star to me. We know the star is the sun. Now I got it. They was born. They were born under the sun that wasn't given enough energy to the planet for enlightenment. So Africans were coming back stupid because no such thing as death. You just reincarnated. You come back, come back. And so the shamans were saying these Africans were coming back stupid as shit. That's my first thing. They were coming back stupid. He said, I'm like, wow. So they said it's gonna get rough. So they said we're gonna have to take these teachings because they said we're gonna okay, do this real quick here, Todd. Do this. I'm sure they knew it. Go to I don't know how you spell. No, I'm gonna say Imhotep. I don't know how to spell it because the Greeks named him Asclepius. Say say Imhotep. Say the dial. Go to Google and say the dialogue between Imhotep and Thoth. No, my fault. Say the prophecy. Say the prophecy between Imhotep. That's Imhotep is Imotep. Oh my, no, Mimhotep. Imhotep. The prophecy between Imhotep and Thoth. Now remember, there wasn't no white people on the planet, none of these other people yet. So Thoth is telling them the Africans are going to fall. Say the prophecy
Mm-hmm.
between Imhotep and Thoth. O. Say Thoth. Thoth. The prophecy between Imhotep and Thoth explaining how Kemet would fall. The prophecy between Imhotep and Thoth explaining how Kemet would fall. So he's telling you in the future there'll be a strange people down in Egypt who don't know nothing about who the gods are. You have new fake strange religions. The African will become stupid. Don't know who the gods actually are no more because the gods are really you. So that's him. So that was the prophecy letting you know that all of Africa was going to decline and we're going to fall to barbarians. White people are barbarians. Understand? They couldn't read or write back then. They didn't wash their ass. They had no civilization. So he's saying he's telling Imhotep you're going to be overrun by barbarians and Africa will fall. He's like, so Imhotep started crying. He's like, what? He said, how can that be true? We're the most advanced people on the planet. He said, you will fall. Kemet will fall. And you will be overrun by barbarians, and barbarians will rule Kemet. That's what you see up there today in Egypt. Does it find anything every time? Does it show anything?
It just says eventually Imhotep was equated with Thoth, the god of architecture, mathematics, and medicine, and patron of scribes. Imhotep's cult was marked with that.
They're not sure. That's the beginning of mathematics. The Africans created mathematics.
Yeah.
African created architecture, all that stuff. I wanted to hear the prophecy when he sat down between themselves, and Imhotep cried. He's like, what? Because remember, you got to stand Africa as a continent was great, civilized, beautiful structures and everything. And you hear, and Thoth is telling Imhotep, all this is going to fall. You're going to be overrun by barbarians. I'll try to find it later, but he's telling them, like you said, being seers is natural for us here at time. That's our normal nature to be able to see. Don't and you, I mean, you can still change the future a little bit because you have what they call free will, but you can still glean into the future and get what they call gleams of it
Yeah.
because that's your nature. Those are your God-given talents, and it's natural. White man want to call it supernatural. It's not supernatural. It's natural. That's what God. It's natural. In
Right.
nature, that's normal. That's normal for you to do that. You're not supposed to be afraid of who you are and what you can do. So he was just letting them know Africa is going to fall. Africa is going to go to sleep. He said, "Well, what's going to happen?" Imhotep is all messed up, and they said, "What's going to happen? Then what you mean we're going to? How can we fall? We're the creators of everything: architecture, math, science. What do you mean? How can we fall to barbarians?" He said, "You're going to fall." And Imhotep starts crying. Said, "You're going to fall to barbarians." He said, "Your name, this land you in right now, will be named, and you won't even, and the people that created this civilization won't even rule it." He's talking about the white man that's in, where they renamed Egypt now. He said, "You
Yeah.
won't." Said, "You won't even rule this anymore." He told him half of Africa will be ruled by barbarians. He's like, "What?" He just
Mm.
couldn't believe it. He told him. He just couldn't believe. He said, "How can barbarians conquer us?" He said, "They will. There'll come a time in the not too distant future where this civilization will fall to barbarians, and the African will know not who he is anymore." He told prophecies that the African will not know who he is anymore. The African will worship. You guys do
Mm.
remember worship strange fake gods, your Jesus, your Islam. You about to find out you'll be alive because you could next 30 years your time. Mark my words. I might be gone by then. I might be 70,
Oh.
80. Hey, I don't know, but you'll still be here. Mark my words, Irritan. The religions are going to go because too much truth is going to come out. Your Christianity's going to fall. Islam's going to fall. Because the next 30 years, it won't be able to sustain all the truth that's going to be coming out. And
Mm.
so Imhotep cried. He said, "What do you mean we will not know the truth?" He said, "The same people you see here today, so enlightened and know everything, they will not know the gods. They will not who they will not. Well, he said that the creator. They will not know the creator. They will worship strange fake gods." And he could, and Imhotep just couldn't fathom that, because he's an advanced civilization. He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "That's the future. You're gonna be ruled by barbarian. You will worship what the barbarian brings." And that was the
Mm.
Christianity and your Islam. He said, "You will worship what the barbarian brings." But don't worry, Imhotep. He said, "Don't worry. There will be a revival. You will come out of it." But I always laughed at prophecy because Imhotep was like, "How can we fall? We're the creators of everything: mathematics, science, architecture. There's no more people more advanced than us." He said, "It will happen." So
Right.
imagine you here, time you are the pinnacle of everything. Somebody telling you you're gonna be start ruling by barbarians who don't wash their ass and come out of caves. Your mind can't accept that. You're like, what? No, there's no way. You're like, yeah. and look, and that's what's happened. The Africans worship strange gods that are not his. The African doesn't know what that prophecy came true. African is now on the bottom of society, of the world, hated, when you were the most revered, most loved, because you were Africans were called something called the sage race. You were the smartest people on the planet. Now you're considered the most dumbest, backward, and childish people. And that's what he said is going to happen. But he said, "Don't worry, Imhotep. There will be a revival." Go there, John.
And what is here that I found is what of the prophecy in
Yeah,
ancient
go ahead.
Egypt? Is that it?
Yes, read it. I don't know if it's it. You got to read it
Okay.
first.
It says the prophecy of Nefertiti. The prophecy of Nefertiti is an ancient Egyptian text that features Thoth's prominent prophetic role. In this text, Thoth foretells the chaos and turmoil that will befall Egypt during the
Yeah,
reign of Pharaoh,
I
right?
don't know about the
Pharaoh.
reign of that, but it's saying that I don't know if that's the right prophecy, but yeah, it's just saying that like Kemet, and whenever you hear people say Egypt, that's not what it was called. It's called Kemet. Africans
Right.
never called it Egypt. But white people took control. They changed the name to Egypt, which still means black too. They don't even know. The name of ancient Egypt is Kemet, called
Mm,
Land of the Blacks. They named that area after themselves. Kemet means Land of the Blacks. That's why chemistry, the study of melanin, the study of blackness. When you're studying chemistry, most likely chemistry is the study of blackness, study of youth. That's what chemistry is. Um, so yeah, so it just we'll find it later. Yeah, I'm gonna take up your whole show. It's just that these just prophecies that he was telling that that we will be ruled by barbarians, that Akibalon will fall, and Africans will not know who the hell they are. That's what he said. And Imhotep couldn't accept that. He's like, what? What are you talking about? That can't be true.
right.
Yeah. He's like, no. We're the creators of everything. We create these great pyramidal structures and beautiful temples, and you guys saying Kemet was like a damn like a paradise here at time. Women
Right.
equal rights and just didn't have any slavery. Didn't have any slavery like you get in your goofy book. They were spiritually advanced. They didn't have any
Mhm.
slavery. They knew slavery was wrong. They had no slavery. They had no Kemet. When nobody beat nobody that says you're in your goofy Bible. These are
Mm,
spiritually upright people. Spiritually upright. Spiritually
yeah.
moral. There's no damn slavery there. Go ahead.
Right, and here we have General Mosquito saying this is the theme song for Blood Diamond. Righty, and thank you for the guys who are gifting us here on Let's Talk with Irita. We're talking about Africa and its roots and going back to Al Kebalan in regards to how Africa was named before we got the name Africa.
Yeah, but Africa was named after a tribe of people called the Afrik. And so some people say it comes out of Kemet, and some people say that came out when the Romans were trying to conquer Africa. They came across Afrique up in the north. Remember, all the northern part of Africa at that time was black.
Mm-hmm.
And so they said that Scipio from Rome conquered those people. And so every time you would conquer somebody, you would put them as your last name. So he became Scipio Africanus. So a lot of ignorant people thought that Africa was named after this Roman white guy. It was not. It was a tribe that he conquered called the Africa. That became the name of Africa. That he conquered a certain people in northern Africa and took on their name. But that name goes back to ancient Africa, goes back to Kemet as well. That tribe was probably in Kemet at the time, Africa.
Mm,
But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. So it doesn't come from any white man.
right.
Western Common Core curriculum. Herodotus, who is considered to be the father of history, he once said, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, and the Colchians are black skinned and woolly haired. He
Now
also said the
understand?
Greek oracle
Pause it.
was
Understand? I want you to understand that when he's talking about Ethiopians, he's not talking about Ethiopia, what you see today.
Yeah.
That Ethiopia changed his name. I think the white man made him change the name to confuse you. When you think
Right.
about Ethiopia, you might think about the people you see in Ethiopia, those mixed people. That's not ancient Ethiopia, Irritant, at all. Ancient Ethiopia would be from Sudan down to Kenya. That's ancient, and really all of Africa at that time was called Ethiopia. All of Africa.
Right.
So, so the people over there in Ethiopia, they changed their name from Abyssinia to Ethiopia like 1930 something. I think they did that on purpose. I think the white man made them do that to try to confuse you. When you think about when they say ancient Ethiopia, you think about those people, and those are not ancient Ethiopians.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
from Egypt because she was black, and those of the
That,
Nile Valley
that what?
skin is black because of the heat. Oracle was from Egypt because she was black, and those of the Nile Valley skin is black because of the heat.
Yeah.
Aristotle,
I'm the
another one, he said the Egyptians, the
smartest people on the
Ethiopians,
planet.
those who are
Yes.
too black are cowards. Ammianus Marcellinus, another one, who said the Egyptians are black skinned and woolly haired.
Everybody knows that. They know that.
So
They change.
Constantine the Bold,
They steal your
seven,
history.
Yes.
That was when
10th
that when
century.
that when Europeans were gaining power, coming out of their savagery, they were looking around the world and everything was black. They're like, damn. So what they did, they went back and started whitewashing history.
Mm-hmm.
And even the cultures he's talking about, the Greeks, the original Greeks. I sent you a video, Joe. I want you to play after this one, showing
Okay.
that Greek culture started. Africans started Greece here in time. Africans started Rome. They're not white cultures. So as you see later on, these guys, the white people invaded those lands, and that's what he's talking about. Those white people now, but Greece was created by Africans. Rome was created by Africans.
Yeah.
They don't want you to know any of this. They've completely changed history, whitewashed. Every time they dig up, every time they go digging looking for something, they find a black man and a black woman. Like, damn, there goes some more black stuff.
Mm,
Because the further you go back in time, it's all black every time.
right. Everything was black, literally.
Yeah.
He's another one who mentioned, just think, this very race of black men, today our slaves, subject to our
A
scorn, is
slave,
the very
exactly.
race that we owe science, arts, and even our use
Man,
of speech.
everything. So exactly. Pause it. Pause
So
it.
by
Pause it.
unanimous testimony,
Pause it. Pause it. So he's right. That was Count DeVornay he's talking about when they finally go back into Kim. He said the people that now we enslaved and have our scorn, we owe our civilization. Remember they couldn't talk.
Yeah.
Africans taught them how to read and write, and also taught them how to talk. Because when a white man comes on the scene here, John, he can like you laugh when I told you this last time. I'm tell you the truth. I told you they could go ooh ah ooh ooh That's a fact of history. But they're not going to teach you that because that's you destroy their superiority. They believe, you can't say you're superior to me, and you meet me for the first time, and you saying you, and every time say, "Hey,
Don't
what's
do
up?"
it.
And you
Don't.
said, and you said, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." He said, "What? What's up? What's going on with you?" Ooh, 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 These are facts of history here at time. But now these people are put into slavery by the same people who were savages. And remember, and that goes to who? That goes to Dothan's prophecy to Imhotep. Told him this was going to happen. You're going to be conquered by savages. But go ahead, go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
only from the Greek philosophers, and even down to the 17th century, they considered the ancient Egyptians to be black African
Like,
people.
yeah, they start changing when they
These
start
ancient
getting
Africans,
power.
Yes. And that's how
They
we
start
should
changing. Yeah,
understand.
they start changing about 200 years ago when the white man started dominating the planet. Ah, man, we gotta change all this stuff. And all your movies, I was a kid growing up looking at the Ten Commandments. I said, "Ain't that Africa? How's everybody white in Africa?" Even I asked that. I was like 4 or 5. I'm gonna answer my dad. Isn't this supposed to be in Africa? All these white people in the because of course I was a Jesus nut then too. I was born in. I was like, but I get it, but all these Africa, all these Egyptians, white people, ain't that Africa? my dad, shut up, boy, just watch the movie.
Right. I believe that's where we, even as a government, literally, because if we all understand our history, our identity, it's our foundation to basically emerge into what we were meant to be marked, like the greatest of all time. But if we lack that, we're gonna basically manifest our fears in regards to
And
like less now.
exactly. That's
Yes.
why. That's why you
Or
docile. That's why you humble around white people. You like, oh, the white man is so great. Ooh, he talks to you crazy, treats you crazy. And you know, because your history is gone away. You don't have you have no connection to your greatness. Exactly, your child. You've been told that he came and civilized you. You're like, what? Are you insane?
right. And I actually do not blame anybody else because this is not really kind of taught in school. But if it's
Exactly.
something
Because he's
taught,
got control. He got
right?
control of you. He,
Yeah,
when he when he conquered Africa, he took your school system.
yeah.
School system has not been changed back. See, your school system keeps the African
Mm,
docile, and people actually come in and like treat them like dirt and control it.
mm-hmm.
Because you have no connection to your past. Everything you told was that your ancestors evil. They practiced witchcraft. They didn't know Jesus, and they were wicked. You're like, oh man, I don't want to know nothing about my people. They were evil. Like I had to tell Joby when I first got Joby. Joby was like, I said, Joby, were your ancestors evil? Yes. Who told you that, Joby? They're
Right,
evil. That's what we taught. They're evil. Taught by who, Joby?
right.
At school. I said those are lies, Joe. The European has told you to hate your own people, hate your own past. Your African people never evil. They taught the world. They gave the world civilization, math, science. That came from you. Your ancestors are not evil. But the white man has told you that because if you connect back to your past, Iraton, you know you
Right.
are. You won't allow people to dominate you.
That's so true. Because the roots are the foundation of the trees that we have right now. Super strong, emerging, super humongous, and voluptuous in
Yeah,
regards to how they grow.
you have,
But
you,
if we
you have your
lack
confidence. You're
on
not
the roots,
exactly. Like you have your
right?
confidence, so So you can stand toe to toe to any race, and you won't feel put down, and you're supposed to bow down in front of them
Right.
because you know your greatness.
Hmm.
So you're gonna demand equality. You're not gonna allow nobody to treat you like dirt.
Right. Because you understand who you are, which
Yeah, you understand? You are. You like how somebody gonna come talk crazy? You the founders of damn
hmm
mathematics, Iraton. You created math. You created science. You created architecture. These are facts. You talking about you better than me?
hmm
I'm the mother. I'm the mother of civilization. Are you crazy? So you're not gonna allow nobody to talk to you crazy and treat you
are.
subhuman.
Yes. It's so true. Since this is not really taught in school, you have to basically do your own research in regards to understanding who you are, and you not allow, as I said earlier, a lot of different identities to be basically shone in your face. Then you have to be told this is what perfect is. This is what superiority means in regards to you have to look up to somebody to feel like you
Exactly.
are, or you need someone's approval to fit in even like
Exactly.
world's nations word. No, we don't need that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't, because how does somebody create everything looking up to somebody that they taught? How is the
Right.
parent, looking up to the baby, to the child? European. How's the parent of civilization looking up to the baby who got here 2 days ago? It don't make sense. It's that you have been detached by savages who've stolen your history. They understood a person that doesn't have attachment to his history do not know who they are. And so they're easily conquered. They're easily controlled every time.
That is so true. And that's why even right now, maybe the Europeans, any foreign individual comes here with anything, any product or information, we don't question because we
Exactly.
have
Exactly.
understanding that
Because you've been
they're
brainwashed. Exactly. You've been
right.
brainwashed. And that
Like
and that brainwash
slowly,
and
right.
that brainwash has been so dangerous here, Tom, that
Mm,
not just the problem, you've taken on their medical. That's just I'm speaking in code. You
yeah.
taking on their medical stuff from
Mm,
psychopaths who are
yes.
goddamn who wanted the genocide. I said like that, I just say they were practicing something called eugenics. So you not
Right.
even knowing who you're dealing with allows you to line up to get these things that have not been beneficial to you. Because you're not knowing. You looking at, oh, they're my God. Hey, look,
They're
as we
always
said,
you don't question whatever they bring, we take.
exactly. Exactly. And that's the mind of a child. You talking about a
Yes.
parent, that's the mind of a child every time. You're kept in
Because
a perpetual state
the
of
mind of a
chill.
child, and they know
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Remember, remember they say that the relationship between Europeans and African are called paternalistic.
Mm-hmm.
That it's called, and paternalistic means they're the adult and you're the child. It's a
Right.
paternalistic relationship. They treat
Mm.
you as children. You can be 70 years old and a little white girl be 15, and the 50-year-old white girl treat the 70-year-old black man like a child.
Right.
Paternalistic. You got the mind of a child. Go ahead, John. You got it.
Right. And that's what we should definitely, guys, just relearn and learn. It's not our fault in regards to we're not taught about the African
No, it's
history.
not. No, it's not your fault.
Not. So it's up to us right now to go back and relearn and basically ground our foundation in regards to who we
But,
are.
it's hard to learn because you don't know where to start from.
Right.
So now the white man know you're waking up. There's like he's now putting lies upon lies upon lies.
Mhm.
'Cause if you read the first thing in Google search, that's a lie, right? Because they controlling the search, they own it. So now that you're waking up, you're now becoming a danger to their power. So
Right.
now you're gonna be fed propaganda and lies. So it's hard to even like go find information unless someone's there to guide you and say, no, this is not true. This is what this. Then you can start connecting dots because where do I start from here? If I'm ignorant, don't know anything, and I just start going on Google asking questions, I'll get more indoctrinated with propaganda. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's true. Google said it.
Actually, it's so true because I believe we have so much faith in Google in regards to whatever Google says, we it's basically true, right?
dangerous. Exactly, and exactly, it's not. Google is
Yeah.
controlled by the same folks who want to keep giving you disinformation and propaganda. That's why all the stuff in the beginning, when Google first started, you can find a lot of stuff because they wasn't a lot of Africans was not woken yet. So it had a lot of truth. It would take, remember, just a search engine. It doesn't give you truth. It searches to where the in that where you tell it to go. But now what it does, it cuts off your search and it searches where they want you to know, right?
Right.
So it search it doesn't give you the truth anymore. It really, and most people know that now. I mean, Google, man, oh man, this. But because now as you're waking up, a lot of your information is going to be hidden. So best thing to do is try to get books. Try to
Right.
get first. Try to go back and become an avid reader. There's people give you books to read, and then whatever book you read, even though it's a book, find out who that author was, find out what was their agenda in life, so you're not reading no garbage because then you'll be able to read the book and say, oh, this book is garbage. So you want to make sure any book you read, don't take it as whole cloth truth.
Yeah.
Always investigate the author. Who's writing? What was his agenda? And what is he
Yeah.
trying to say to me by writing this book? But
Yes.
we're going there, time.
You question everything, and that's where we see
Yeah,
that
question it. As an adult, you're right. You want to question everything. As an
Mhm.
adult, that's what you're supposed to do. As an adult, you don't be like in a goofy church that don't you question God. Don't you question. Then if I can't question him, how's he God? That's what's to every question I got. Don't question
Yeah.
it, it's a lie. If you can't question it, Irritan, it's a lie.
Hmm.
Whenever you can't question it, that's why we're being censored because we're telling the truth and being questioned the truth. Whenever you can't question stuff, Irritan, it's a
Yeah.
lie. Because
Right.
the truth stands up to scrutiny and questioning.
Mm.
Whenever they say, "Oh, you can't question it," right there, your alarm is supposed to go off in your head. Ding, 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 ding. There's a lie there. Whenever they tell you can't question it every time, it's a lie.
Right.
Because truth is supposed to be questioned. Rigorously questioned. You
Right.
question everything every time. Everything I tell you, you question it. Say, I don't believe that stuff Keith said. I'm questioning. You question everything.
Everything, even what's happening right now
Everything.
in the music
Right?
industry. Are they trying
Yeah.
to
See all this stuff. See all that stuff happen.
so
All that stuff happen in the music industry is all shocking because you didn't ask no question. You see how they going after Beyonce and them. If you guys read Beyonce's comment section and TikTok and Instagram, that stuff is crazy.
right.
Because you question everything, guys.
Mm.
Question.
It is so true. The food that we're consuming right now, literally. Why Africa? Why is everything being imported in Africa is like super trash? But we don't question
Exactly.
it. We know that it's good food. Like we can trust whatever is being given to us or basically being
You know,
imported to the country.
and,
Literally.
and you know it can't. A lot of stuff is getting imported from the evil empire. America don't have any real food. It's garbage. It's unhealthy. It's dangerous.
Sure.
But you don't know. You're like, oh, it's the white man. It's America. Yay! Hey,
Now
hey, you better get it. You better get off that,
he'll be super
Erica.
off, honestly, because the main agenda is, or the main fact about it, or fact about it, is to basically diminish all the Africans and have Africa without the Africans. I saw that
Yeah.
video clip and I was like, oh my gosh! In this
What
video,
video?
I think it was
What
in
video
the
you
group.
talking about? What video you
There was,
talking about here, Tom?
there's a video in the group. I think because I don't actually follow, it basically saves the videos in my phone. It was a like a conference of a lot of foreigners, and they're talking about um kind of like depopulation, right?
Oh, yeah,
They want to
yeah.
start Africa,
That's the
right?
agenda. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the agenda. We gotta be coded though here. Tom. We on YouTube. We gotta be coded. Yeah, the agenda is to make sure that let's speak in code. uh, the thing is to make sure that Africans don't wake up the next day. Let's say it like that.
Yeah. Okay.
That you won't see another beautiful sunrise.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, every time. That's
We're not
yeah. The people that run this planet want to
right.
make sure that you're not able to see a beautiful sunrise in the morning
Right.
again, and
Mm-hmm.
and people can't fathom this kind of evil.
True. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
they don't want us to be the best version of ourselves.
Oh, what? Hell no. No. The best version of yourself, Airtown, is making sure you can't wake up and see the sun. That's the
Yes.
best. That's the best version of yourself to them,
Right.
and you won't enjoy the sunshine. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best version. That's the best version of yourself to them. That you will not enjoy the sunshine.
True. We
Yeah.
talked about that. That was the last show we talked about the African hair. Why? Literally. We don't even run the business, as Keith
No,
shared. That
that was
business
taken. That was
now.
taken away from you. If you learn exactly now, you learn why you don't control anything. Why you
Yeah.
don't, and that's your hair. How are
I'm
how,
sure.
how are Koreans? How are Koreans in charge of your hair?
Does it not up? Doesn't make sense, which is not
That's
supposed to
right.
make sense because we're
You're
not
not in
supposed
control. You're not in
to.
control. You're not in control of Koreans' hair. How are they controlling your hair?
Yeah,
Because it's $1 billion business, and
that's
you are a nigga, and I want you on the bottom.
right.
You're black. I want you on the bottom
Right.
because that's how I built my civilization. Black on the bottom, white on top, and all other races in the middle to be a buffer to you.
Mm-hmm.
And black people have not understood this. Child, they are waking up now. They are starting to learn it that hey, that's why it's not hokey. That's why Africans, you have to unite.
Yeah.
All other races are against us. Shout out to that
Mm.
Nigerian guy said, why are we treating Lebanese good in Nigeria and when we're in their country they treat us like trash? Exactly. Why are you Africans treating everybody with love and affection while you go to their country they treat you like trash? The Lebanese right now treating all Africans in there like trash, not allowing them to get bombed, locking them up in houses while they go to bomb shelters, letting black women, black people that get bombed. But in your country, you're all nice and kind to them. That's called you are out of line. You are
Mm-hmm.
acting. It means your behavior is inappropriate.
Facts.
You know, your behavior is inappropriate.
We need to
You
love
must.
each other. We need
Yeah,
to
you need to.
we need to work together, learn to work together because we are one. And that's one thing, as Keith
Exactly.
said, you see in
That's what they
other
scared. That's what they
countries
scared. Because once
how
you become,
united everywhere
yeah,
they
well,
go.
yeah, once you hate, we hate it everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go, we hate it. And I'm gonna tell you that the funny thing about it is that we're all African people. I get treated poorly, but I won't get treated poorly as other Africans will. Like I told the Maury, if I'm in Morocco and you're in Morocco, we'll look just the same. They'll hear my accent, hear yours, and they'll treat me better than you. But why would they treat me better than you? Because they feel like the African American has fought them. They feel like the
Mm-hmm.
African has not fought, so they don't feel no respect for you. So
Yeah.
like I said, I'll get treated differently even though we're the same African.
Mm-hmm.
But because they make no doubt about it, they hate both our asses.
Mm.
They hate both of us. I might get a little more respect because they know me. I'm an aggressive African. I'm not going to take no mistreatment. They know that about African American. I'm not going to take nobody talking crazy to me in my face. It's going to be on. You're not going. Most of the Africans will turn around. Okay, whatever
Uh-huh.
you say.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and walk away. This won't do nothing. Just let people talk them crazy.
Mm.
Now me, and that, like I said, that happened to me in Tanzania years ago when I pulled that Indian guy out and I said, "Hey, I beat you to death. What you doing? Are you insane? You better
Yeah.
get the back to this line." And some of the Africans, Tanzanians like, "Whoa, clap!" That was like, "Brother, why you do that?" I'm like, what? Are you out of your rabbit mind? Are
Yeah.
you crazy? This guy, I asked you guys, were any of you guys holding his face in line? I asked you that. And nobody said no. He walked, you imagine the amount of disrespect they have for you? He walked right in front of the line, and
Right.
none of you did nothing, nothing. I'm,
Mm.
I'm coming. None of you did a thing, nothing. And I was like, whoa, whoa, Jack, hey, oh, nah. No, wait. So
Right.
him, soon as he heard my accent, him knowing, he know I meant business. I mean, when I tell him I beat him to death out of here, I meant, I wasn't saying to say it, I'll beat you to death out of here. You better
Mm.
get your butt, I'm not even cursing, you better get your butt to the back of the line. I'll beat you to death out of here.
Yeah.
And that time I had that experience with that other Indian guy inside that Tanzanian store, I was still buying soda back then. I was bad, so excuse me. I go in and get, I went and get me some soda, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Fanta, to get some Fanta. I was bad,
It's the
but
past.
yeah, but he didn't know. I understood his ass a part because I could understand being in the Middle East. I pick up on a lot of their languages. Even though he's Indian, his stuff is close to Iran. It's close to something they call Farsi, and I could
Right.
understand him. I didn't know I was going to be able to understand him every time, but I could because I had been in the Middle East, running around doing the job of the white man killing people, right, in the military. So I understood him. I couldn't believe him. I said, bits and pieces. I understood it. I was like, I understand him. He was calling these Africans lazy and stupid and all this. I'm like, wow. Told you, Ayrton, I'll be quiet. I listen. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, wow. The people that spending money with him, he, the hatred is so. I'm like, wow.
Right.
He's calling them stupid, dumb, every name but a child of God, Ayrton. And I
Mm.
can understand part, not all of it. I'm not, don't get me lying. I can understand all of it, but I can
Okay.
understand piece. I can understand pieces of it because it was close. It was close to what they call Farsi. Their languages are close, Irritan, so I could glean pieces of it. And I
Okay.
mean, they're just listening. I'm like, wow, they hate us. Wow,
Yeah.
this is, shocking. I knew it, but I didn't. I didn't know it. I was still shocked. I was sitting there. Wow. So I walked up and said, "Hey, man, these people doing business with you, and you feel like that about?" And he heard my act. He knew it. He's like, "Oh, you're an American. You're African American. You're that." I said, "Yeah, but these people are still me." See, they want to
Yeah.
see that's the divide and conquer. They would say, "But you're a different kind of African. You're not like these Africans. You're weak and docile." That's
Yeah.
what he wanted me to. He wanted to divide and conquer me, Irritant. I said, no, these people are still me. I'm still African. I just happen to be born in America. I'm just not born in Africa, but these people genetically are still me. I
Right.
said, wow, man, you have nothing but utter contempt and disrespect for the people that make you rich.
Facts.
Wow, this is crazy. He said, yeah, but you're not, but my friend, you're not like them. You're not like them. You're not like them. They're lazy. You're not like them. You're African American. I said, you call me lazy too.
Why? Because Africans are the most hardworking individuals I've ever seen in my life.
They do work hard here at time. And the fact that Africans always work hard and get
Yeah.
no money for it. Exactly right. That's a fact. But
Mm-hmm.
exactly. But they always want to call us stupid. So,
Yeah.
all the Africans in Iraton, they were coming and buying stuff from him. They weren't disrespecting him. No, Africans are always very respectful. They
Yeah.
came in, they were buying products from him, and he was calling them stupid and all kind of derogatory. I couldn't get every word. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't get every word, but he was calling them all kind of derogative words and a lot of words. I said, wow, I understand what he's saying. Wow. And I was just sitting there looking. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Wow. They give him money. He's like, this, you dumb black, blah, blah.
Right. The
You're lazy, you're stupid. I was
It
like,
starts with
wow.
basically eradicating and alleviating poverty by us basically being in charge of our minerals and every resource that we
Charge
have.
it. Yes. It's about you getting back in charge,
Yeah.
controlling your resources of where you live. That's your right.
Mhm.
Africa's yours. It's your right to control what belongs to you.
Yeah.
When you got conquered, you lost your right to control
Mhm.
what belongs to you. When you had control of you, were the wealthiest people on the planet. You didn't have any poverty. But the African didn't have civilization. Instead of civilizations like savages,
Mhm.
Africans had everybody had abundance.
Yeah.
There wasn't no. Why do you think you never seen any slums when Africans ruled Africa?
Yeah.
And white societies always slums. So when they conquered Africa, then you got these slums everywhere. That's their
Right.
culture, not ours. There were no slums in Africa before the white man showed up. That's his culture. That's his culture, being unfair, unequal, and stealing everything, and a few people at the top own everything, and everybody else is. It's called his system is called feudalism. They
Mm.
believe in that, and that's what they're trying to do. Again, they want to bring back a feudal system through the UN and the WF. They want to bring back feudalism. That's what I told people years ago, and I was sure I was right. I didn't know to what extent, because that's his nature. He wants a few people at the top rich. He wants to, you know what, to everybody else to say,
Right.
they'll say not see the sunshine, and have a few people as slaves.
Right.
It's called feudalism. That's the
Right.
system he's always had, because you're dealing. He's never changed from being a savage here, Todd,
Right.
or the Africans called them barbarians,
Mhm.
barbarians. So they've never changed that. Even though you see them in a suit and tie, looks clean, you're just looking at a savage in a suit. That's it,
Right.
because their mind frame is still psychopathic. They're still psycho. You like, oh man, that white man looks clean and good, riding a limousine. You just looking at a psychopath in a limousine. Their mind frame hasn't changed. Their mindset hasn't changed. It's like wow, it's really scary.
Yeah, as you're basically winding up here
Oh,
at Let's with Airton,
play
we're
that
going
last
to
video. Play that last video I sent you, Airtime. What I sent you.
yeah, I want to play a short video also of Ari
Go ahead.
Khanna talking
Oh,
about
go
the
ahead.
fact that basically defeated in the mind, and also we need to work together, guys. We need to be united. Tafadali.
When you start getting more knowledge and get more knowing the way you are, and not ignorance, you get rid of ignorance and you understand what you're saying is true, Airtime. The Africa
My
right
name is
now
Arikana
is great with ignorance.
Chiumbori. I
Yeah.
was born in Zimbabwe, some little village called Chivu. Came to this country to go to college on the first degree in general chemistry and a master's in organic chemistry, went on to medical school, then did a residency in general surgery and family medicine, practiced medicine for
We need to have more Arikaners everywhere in different countries talking about
Yeah.
unity, talking about redefining the African
To
mind.
tell you,
That
to
would
tell you the
be
truth, he telling you the
yeah.
truth. He's saying the truth, but Cam said, "Oh, this is making African people feel bad." So what? Because
No, we
truth is
find
truth,
a way.
and
Yeah,
they fired her. They fired her from the African Union because she was making the white people feel bad and telling the
yeah,
truth. You know
yeah.
that. And she said African people are stupid. That's a fact.
Right.
It's
I
it's
would
not. It's not.
love
It's not. She's saying it,
great.
and it's a fact. We were kept ignorant. Go ahead.
Yeah, I love the next generation to wake up to this. Literally, like some
Yeah.
of my friends to know about this more, and they have the motivation to talk about it everywhere. It's like we can't be cheated
Yeah.
no more. We know what we know.
Well,
You know.
Kenya is waking up. So you got to say that Kenya is completely changed because the youth know too much. They're
Yeah.
not their parents, they're not their grandparents. So you can't put
Yeah.
that genie of ignorance back in the bottle every time.
Yes.
You're not gonna be able to change. Kenya's changed. It's just not. You're not gonna be able to go back to the Kenyan youth being stupid because that's just not gonna happen anymore. They just know too
Right.
much.
in family medicine, practiced medicine for 25 years until one night around 3 a.m. a phone call comes in and says, Doc,
Okay.
Dickens, you will never speak with one voice. This document over here is going to be a piece of paper 20 years from now. I said, okay. So we got all the ministers there. Somebody say something. It wasn't my show. I was like third. You know how you sit, you got your team leader, and then according to rank, I was number 3. So clearly I wasn't supposed to speak. I waited for those who were supposed to speak to speak. They did not.
That was a man,
More
weak,
and
didn't
more
say
of those
nothing.
situations became apparent to me. And I remember 5 months into my stay in Washington, I called home and I said, well, you know what, guys, I'm going to hang around a little bit longer. Long before slavery. And the resistance was those who led them, the majority of them, their heads, as we speak today, are
Still in Europe.
sitting in jars in
That's right,
Europe. Are
in
you aware of
Europe.
that?
Yep. The heads are still there. That's right. These are
Our
your Jesus
leaders,
loving.
our ancestors who fought the wars of resistance, their heads, their remains are and the same people have the audacity to come to Africa and talk to us about human rights.
About the Jesus.
But what's even more disturbing is that we entertain them
That
and we don't remind them of these
the atrocity.
skeletons in their closet.
The atrocity.
As we speak today, the priceless artifacts that they stole from all over Africa are sitting in their museums throughout Europe. And when you and I,
Gotta
when we
pay for it.
visit Europe, we pay
It's your
to
own stuff.
see what belongs to us.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes
Please,
sense.
what word?
In a fair world, it doesn't make sense. When you're dealing with a savage, it does make sense. You're dealing with
Yeah,
savages, so everything is based on power, Eric. You don't have any
yeah,
power. If you had power, you would just go take it because it's yours. It belongs to you. Until
yeah,
Africa regains power, Eric, once you got power, can't nobody stop you. Power is given, not take. I mean, taken, not given. So once you got
yeah,
power, you take what you want. You say, hey, you better give me back all my stuff that you stole. They don't have the power to stop you. So once you have that power, you'll get it back because they don't have the power to stop you. That's why the
right,
African must understand power again and become powerful. Can't be in no churches and mosques praying all the time. That's nonsense. You won't get you're not getting any power. You can't pray for your stuff back. Sorry, you can't pray to Jesus, Allah. Please let the white man get my stuff. Please, please. That's never gonna happen. Okay?
right.
The savage is not going to say, you know what, Iraton, this is yours. I stole it from you. And I feel so wrong because you prayed to Allah or prayed to Jesus, and I'm giving it back to you now. That is never going to happen. Okay? Never, ever, ever in this world has it ever happened. Only through power and knocking someone in the mouth and said, hey, I have power now, and I think you better give me back my stuff, or it's gonna go. It's gonna end bad for you. Then they say, "Oh, you know what, Airtime? You're right. I was wrong for taking your stuff, and let me give it back to you now, Airtime, because it is yours." That's because now you got power. They can't stop you. Shout out to Iran. Now Iran can say what it wants because Iran flexes power.
Right. Go ahead. But we're basically winding up here on Let's Pop with Iwerton.
Hold on, Airtime. Play that last 3 minute video I sent you. Like three
Which
minutes.
video? Which
The
video
last
is
one I
that?
sent you. Just go check your WhatsApp thing. It's the last one I sent you. Just check your WhatsApp. Oh,
How do I
somebody's
get
bad.
this?
It's on your WhatsApp. Don't you know how to do like you don't know put it on there when I send you videos to your WhatsApp.
I know, but I needed the topic. It doesn't have like a topic on it where I'm supposed to
It's
go and
the
click on it.
it's the last one I sent you. The last thing I sent you. The very last thing.
Alrighty.
Third
Testimonial
last
and
one. I just sent you. To say like within the last 40 minutes. It's talking about how Greece and Rome was started by by Africans, and then how they lie, they get mad. And so what he was doing, he's debunked. He said, "You want to get mad and say this is a fact. You white people want to be racist and get upset, but these civilizations were started by Africans, not by you."
mm,
Yeah, that's it. You gotta share it though.
alrighty. Let me see if I'm gonna find it. Okay. Jeter 4K.
It was until they got invaded. Our history. It wasn't here. Exactly.
I hope I'm gonna find it. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one you're playing, but you playing it on your phone or whatever you playing on. That's it. You got
But
it. But
I'm
I
trying
want
to
you.
look for him, like on
Uh,
TikTok.
yeah, I'm saying, how do you share it? How do you share it on here?
I have to look for him, search for him on TikTok.
Hey,
Yeah, that's what
where's
I'm doing.
where's Joby at? You should ask Joby to show you how to do it.
I always do it
Oh,
like that. It's the
I know
same
you.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. You always do it. I let you. I you said, I don't know how do I do it.
I have to find the exact video now.
I asked Shimani or Joby how to do it. How do they take a video and put it up there? How did they go through all that? I think there's a way they know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Shit.
Mm, the original Greeks were black. I hope that's it.
Okay.
Let me see if I got it before, guys, we wind up and let's focus with our time. I'm gonna share the video. That's it, right?
That
Wait,
is
I don't
it
see it yet. Yeah, that's it. Is it that it?
on this earth.
Is that it?
So how is it
Yeah, I think
to
that's it.
jump that Greeks aren't originally white?
Yeah,
You
that's it.
see, I
Yeah,
don't just speak just to speak. I come
that's
with
it.
facts. For you see, Caucasians really don't have a race because they are technically clones of black people. But because Caucasians have indoctrinated people to think that they've been here on our
Been here.
plane with
We have
us
it.
is a complete fabricated lie. And I'm going to show you because I fight facts with facts. And this is why Greeks were originally black, the Europeans were originally black, the Romans were originally black up until it wasn't. For
First
you
people of
see, it
Europe.
was
Yeah,
Caucasians who whitewashed history to add themselves
so
in our organic timeline to act like they were here with us when they weren't. You see, for in the Bronze Age, the Minoan and the Mycenaean cultures have been puzzled. Now, they say that the Bronze Age Minoan and the Mycenaean cultures have puzzled archaeologists
what happened?
because it shows that the Minoans and the Mycenaeans were genetically similar and have at least three-quarters of their ancestry from the Neolithic farmers of the Western Anatolia and the Aegean. And it says the Mycenaeans differ from the Minoans in deriving additional ancestry from an ultimate source of related to the hunters gatherers of Eastern Europe and Siberia. Now, if we know that the original people were black, these hunter and gatherers were black. Now, let me show you. Women lie, men lie, racists lie, your emotions lie, but numbers don't lie. During the Bronze Age, two predominantly archaeological cultures emerged from the Aegean. Now, if it's a little loud behind me, I'm at work. I apologize. However, take a look at these pictures, right? We finna get into it. The Minoan culture, which came before the Greeks initially, right, hit its peak in 1600 BC and was noted for its cities and its palaces. Now, if you look at their
Ah,
art,
this,
you will
that's
notice that they are. This is not Caucasian art. These are black people. For you're going to see things like original appearances and original dates that come before the Greeks. Now, if this civilization comes before the modern Greeks, you'll see that every one of these people are black. You also have to note prosperity and artistic achievement remained at the highest level in the Egan area until around 1450 BC, meaning it was black and brown people who originally created the art in the language that we see. Look at this brother right here. This is not a Caucasian. Even though Caucasians, when they see statues, they immediately think, oh, that's a white person. No, these statues were made from black people. Case in point, the Negro with the beard and the dreadlocks. But let's go further because now people are starting to understand that Caucasians don't have real history. They were plants planted in black people's history because
yep.
around 1200 BC, the white invaders,
They invaded.
the white
But they
invaders. You see, if you look in history,
see,
there is
pause
no
it.
place
That is that
where
pause it. Remember,
Caucasians are.
pause it. I want to connect with Imhotep was told by those that you're going to get invaded by barbarians, Irritai. That's the prophecy. You're going to get invaded by barbarians. Go ahead.
Time is up, kids. We're basically
Uh,
winding up. We'll share it maybe on the next show.
okay.
Is that okay? But guys, thank you so much for joining me here on Let's Book with Iritan, Africa and its roots, and basically they're learning the history and identity of Africa and basically who we are as Africans. But remember to basically download our app on Google Store, stream on www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. On the app, it's free to download. The guys you're using the Android, and also for the guys you're using the iPhone, kindly go to www.blackoutfirenetwork.com for amazing supplements on the Google Store app as you download our app. Click on the store section and you click on it, another tab will appear, the BHFN Sports Store, and you click on it. It's going to lead you to another page where you'll find different supplements, vitamins and minerals in regards to the categories that we have in the ones that are basically divided into different categories: proteins and blends, amino acids and blends, beauty supplements, food and beverages, natural extra, which are basically going to help you with healthy living. You're always talking about alkaline diet here, but these supplements will definitely be beneficial to you. We have the lion's mane mushroom for $33.90, honey goat wheat blend, $23.90, and also turmeric gummies for $22.90, and also sea moss for $25.90. And for the lady, personal beauty and care supplements, we have the rose sheer butter for $20.75, hair, skin, and nail essentials for $32.90, pea powder $15.80, aloe and cool cucumber soap for $8.25. So, guys, kindly download our app to find yourself these amazing supplements. You can order one for your loved one, your sister, your man, your husband, your wife. You know what? And they're going to be feeling rejuvenated. And, guys, for the ladies on their personal hair journey, a glowing skin, kindly go to the personal beauty and care section and order maybe yourself some rose sheer butter to feel amazing. But thank you guys for joining me here. Finally, kindly follow us on our network, TikTok Live, YouTube, Facebook, X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing, uplifting conversations in regards to the African identity and everything empowering. It's always about redefining Africans as we redefine ourselves because we are the change you need to see in the world. Thank you, kids, so much for joining me today. Super amazing, mind blowing, and breaking conversation from you. Thank you. Any last words before we end?
No, peace, family. Take care of yourself. Everybody out there in Florida, where I'm at, black
Yes.
people try to stay safe. Try to seek shelter as much as you can. It's going to be devastating.
Mm,
There'll be a lot of deaths. So if you're into sunken one, hopefully go south, brother. You're not gonna be able to get out north. It's blocked everywhere. You're just not gonna make it
yeah.
out. So stay safe. Stay safe, Florida. It's about to get bumpy.
Right, guys, in Florida, literally, my prayers are with you. So sorry about the storm, but stay safe and everything will be well, literally. But have a beautiful afternoon. Take care. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world and stay motivated all day, every day.
Like Harriet. A queen said she born, that was evident. That's evidence of black excellence. I can tell a good dog when I'm petting him. Know that if I have his tribe, he protecting them. Mother of a child of God, I invest in them. Nutrition and brown milk in them. Young Rosa, young Luther, keep marching. Floodgates coming over, don't stop them. I know that life it ain't easy. Your life it matters, believe me. Roll out the fakes and the frauds. It's hiding behind the facade. Young girls stay rooted. I don't plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. You pull the hood out me, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted. I don't plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. ATL bread, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted. All my rules stay embedded in hard work, let them know ain't no trending it. Popping off on the charts, that's a better win than popping off in the streets, ain't no checking it. I can tell a good dog when I'm petting him. Know that if I have his tribe, he protecting them. Mother of a child of God, I invest in them. Nutrition and brown milk in them. Young Rosa, young Luther, keep marching. Floodgates coming over, don't stop 'em. I know that life it ain't easy. Your life it matters, believe me.